Planet Dolan.
How long did it take to catch a man caught on camera stealing women's lingerie while wearing women's lingerie? What set a woman off so badly that she threatened to go Super Saiyan? From crazed people to freak accidents, here are 10 of the most bizarre things ever caught on security camera footage.
My name is Nixium, and today, I'll be your narrator.
Number 10, crazed pedestrian. It's hard telling what exactly the story is here, but there's no doubt as to what we're looking at. There's a car driving down the street, and on that car, perched on the windshield, is a human being. Now, normally, when you see a person on top of a moving vehicle, it's a bad time for the person, and that could still have been the case here. But for the couple seconds we see on video, it's definitely the driver having the bad day, as the rider is braced on the hood, trying to kick in the windshield, and seemingly succeeding. Number 9. Suicidal sisters. Swedish twins Sabina and Ursula Eriksson are the subjects of one of the most bizarre stories ever witnessed by British police. When their tour bus made a stop off at the M6 motorway outside of Liverpool, both girls ran directly into oncoming traffic, being struck almost immediately. Now, police responded, assuming the worst, but the women seemed to be perfectly fine. As officers were trying to grasp what had happened, Ursula dashed into traffic again, this time ending up under the wheels of a truck. Sabina followed, launching herself into the windshield of a speeding sedan. Police caught up with them to detain the women, who had serious injuries, and they attempted to fight the police to get out in front of the vehicles again. It turned out the women suffered from a shared psychosis unique to twins, in which one twin's mental state affects the other. That's why they both went berserk at the same time. The women were detained by police and later released, whereupon Sabina met a man, went back to his home, and stabbed him to death. Number 8. Man stealing lingerie. At a woman's college hostel in India, CCTV footage found a man breaking in. But for what purpose? To see a girlfriend? To assault the women? No, not exactly. He broke in and proceeded to steal and try on the women's lingerie. Apparently, that's just his thing, because the footage shows that he was already wearing a bra when he arrived. Perhaps the oddest thing about the story is that it wasn't a one-time thing. The man continued to break into the same hostel, caught on camera every single time, and this went on for 6 months. Every time, he would parade around in lingerie, take some with him, and then he would leave. He was finally caught by the authorities after half a year of this. Number 7. A drunk Santa. Drunken Santas on security cameras are probably more common than anyone wants to think, but this one is extra embarrassing. The footage takes place in a parking garage, which means that this guy was intending to drive. But first, he stumbled face first into the rear bumper of a car. Once he recovered from that, he decided to pee on an elevator, as there were people coming out of it. Number 6. Self-destroying door. You'd never expect anything strange to happen here. There's no warning. All you see is some people calmly walking through a rotating door. Few people go through without much trouble. And then suddenly, the door just explodes. Nothing appears to hit it or impact it at all. The glass pane just shatters all over the poor guy trying to go through. Now guys, I want you to enjoy your next trip through a moving glass door, because this could happen to you. Number 5. Toddler hostage in Walmart. We will never know the full story behind this. A man who appears to be mentally ill snatched a random woman's 2-year-old from her shopping cart and held the girl hostage at knife point. The video shows the hostage situation unfolding until the police arrive on the scene and end it with a single gunshot. The child was unharmed and the man was killed instantly, so we'll never get answers as to what was actually going on here. Number 4. McNugget rage. Sometimes you just want some chicken McNuggets. Like a lot. At 6:30 a.m. on New Year's Day, an Ohio woman pulled up and demanded chicken McNuggets. When they told her that they wouldn't have them available for the next 4 hours, she got out of her car and began attacking the drive-thru employee. Among the threats she screamed at the store's employee and manager, she threatened to end you, as well as go Super Saiyan and assume my ultimate form. When the employee managed to close the drive-thru window, stopping the assault, she threw a bottle through the window and then sped away. Number 3. Peeping Reagan. Seeing a creepy peeping Tom wandering outside someone's house is sadly a pretty common thing for a home security system to find. It doesn't happen to everyone, but it happens often enough to not really be newsworthy. But it's not very often the creeper is completely stark naked and wearing a Ronald Reagan mask. But hey, first time for everything, right? Number 2, stranger in a SWAT uniform. The 2016 murder of 45-year-old Missy Bevers in a Texas church is unsolved, but police have one piece of evidence. Security camera footage from within the church shows an unidentified person wearing SWAT gear slowly sneaking through the halls of the church. The person enters a room and exits a few minutes later. The next morning, Bevers' body was found, and that's all the information anyone has about it. Number 1, walking away from an accident. One of the most bizarre car accidents you will ever see comes courtesy of a Russian dash cam. The vehicle in question is traveling behind a large 18-wheel truck with seemingly no problems. But suddenly, the vehicle begins to swerve into the oncoming lane and into an oncoming truck. The trucks collide, sending the person in the oncoming truck through the windshield, where he lands perfectly on his feet outside of the truck. And then he begins to walk around and inspect the damage as if he meant to do that all along. This guy looks pretty casual for a man who avoided a brutal death by a matter of inches.
Planet Dolan is now a video game. Play it as Dolan, Melissa, and the rest of the PD crew collecting shinies to unlock skins and power-ups. Download from the Android or iOS App Store and start racing today for free.
And that's it, everyone. See ya.